Hello everyone, welcome back to the Life Changes Academy. I hope all of you are doing great. Also, I hope you guys are improving your English step by step, right? Yes. So before starting this today's session, I want to ask you something simple, okay? I want to ask you, have you ever heard people talking in office like this? Let's discuss in the meeting. I will update the client. The deadline is tomorrow. Also, the manager asked me to complete the task, okay? These are the words. These are the words that are talking in a workplace, okay? That means workplace vocabularies, okay? And you might think, what are these words? Why this is English is so different? Likewise, you think, right? Yes. So don't worry, guys. Today video is exactly for that, because in this session we are going to learn professional vocabulary for daily workplace communication. Okay, and trust me, after this video you will understand office English very clearly. Also, you can use it confidently in interviews, meeting, and workplaces. Okay, so we will without any delay we will start this session. Okay, first of all we are going to see what is the workplace vocabulary. First, let's understand the meaning. What does mean by workplace vocabulary? That means words and phrases, okay? Words and phrases that are commonly used in office and professional environments, okay? Workplace vocabulary is nothing but the words or sentence that we are used in our workplace. That means used in our offices, okay? So that kind of words only we are going to see in this session, okay? You guys all know in school time we are talking on English. That English is completely different from our textbook English, right? Likewise, only the real office communication English will be something different. Okay, so that kind of English only now we are going to see here. Okay, so you will use this vocabulary in workplace, in emails, meetings, projects, reports, as well as team discussions, client conversation, and so on. Okay, so we will move to this session and we will learn all the words that are used in the workplace vocabulary. Okay, so without any delay we will move on to this session. First word is colleague. So colleague, let's start with the very common word. That one is a colleague. Okay, so colleague means a person who works with you in the same company. Okay, like your office friend. Okay, so for example, Sarah is my colleague in the marketing team. Also, I discuss the project with my colleague. Also, another example is my colleagues are very supportive. These are the examples that are in the word colleague. Okay, colleague is nothing but your office friend or else your office partner. Okay, so it's something, it's like colleague is nothing but who works you in the same company. Okay, so instead of saying friend you can say colleague. Okay, that sounds more professional. Okay, so next one is manager. The manager is the person who leads the team and assigns work for us. Okay, manager role is very important in the office. They will assign the task, they will check the progress. Okay, they will track our progress, they will conduct the meetings, as well as they will give the feedback for us. Okay, so for example, my manager assigned a new task. The manager conducted a weekly meeting and the manager gave feedback on my work. Okay, now think like office life. Okay, manager is like your guide in workplace. Okay, so real life thinking means if you do good work, manager will appreciate you. Okay, if you improve, manager will give you more responsibilities in the company. Okay, so manager relationship is very important. Okay, so it's the greatest role in every company. Okay, so the person who leads the team, so also he will be assigning the task, track your progress. Okay, these kind of works are maintained by the manager. Okay, so and then next we are going to see the word client. Okay, now this is very important in business English. Okay, so a client means nothing but a person or a company who takes service or else a product from your company. Okay, a person who takes the service from your company, okay, that person is called as client. Okay, for a simple example, if your company builds software, okay, the customer is the client. Okay, so for example, we present our ideas to client, or else the client is approved by the proposal. Client satisfaction is very important. Okay, now listen carefully. In real office, client is very important. Okay, so client is equals the business income. Okay, so companies always focus on clients. Okay, so clients are nothing but a person. They receive the services or products from their other companies. Okay, so next we are going to see the project and deadline. Okay, so project means a planned work with goal and timeline. Okay, so a planned piece of work with some goals and timeline. Okay, so the words example is our project starts next week, or else we completed the project successfully. Okay, project means the assigned task. Okay, so deadline means the final time to complete the task. That means the deadline is a Friday. We finish before the deadline. Now listen carefully. In office life, deadline is very important. So no deadline means there is no discipline. Okay, the person who will finish their work according to their own time. Okay, so with the deadline means work becomes more professional. Okay, so that only we are assigning the timeline for the workers. Okay, so real life example is sometimes your manager will say this is urgent deadline tomorrow, means that moments we will going to start the work and we have to complete it first before the deadline ends. Okay, so that's the project and deadline. Okay, now we are going to see another word, meeting. A discussion where team members talk about the work. It's like a discussion. Okay, discussion about the project, about the company, about the clients, or anything else. Okay, meeting is not just a discussion among the peoples in the company. Okay, for example, the sentence, we have a team meeting today. The meeting starts at 10 a.m. We have to schedule the meeting first. Okay, set our time, set our agenda. Okay, and we will follow the agenda, keep time, and assign the actions items. Okay, we will be follow up the taking notes, and you will be confirming your responsibility at the time of the meeting. Okay, so meeting has three major steps. On the schedule the meeting, attend the meeting, and you have to discussing in the meeting. Okay, follow up after the meeting. Follow up is very important, because without follow up work will be incomplete. Okay, so next one is task. Okay, task is the nice word. Okay, a small piece of work is given to you. Okay, it's like a part of the work that will be given to you is the task. Okay, for example, I completed my task on time. Okay, I will using completed here. Okay, please finish the task before the deadline. My manager gave me a task. Now listen carefully. Project is a big work. Okay, task is a small work inside the project. Understand this concept. Okay, so the project is the whole task. Okay, whole work. Okay, the project is a whole work. The task is the work that is inside the project. It's a part of a work. Okay, so if you complete task on time, manager will trust you more. Okay, these are the sentence that related to the task. Okay, and then another one is presentation and a practice sentence. Okay, presentation means your formal way of explaining your ideas using slides, or else using your speech. Okay, a formal way of explaining your own ideas. Okay, I gave a presentation about my project, or else the presentation was very clear. Okay, she prepared slides for presentation. Now imagine you are standing in front of the people explaining your idea confidently. That is the presentation, nothing else. Okay, so presentation is nothing but you are taking a seminar in your college. That is also a presentation. Or else you are taking a seminar in a schools, colleges. That is also a presentation. Okay, in company and all, you will be going to present your ideas, your project ideas, your innovative things thinking. They will get to know about your innovative thinking. Okay, these are the things we will be discussed in the presentation. Okay, so and then practice sentences. That means we have to now let's quickly revise. Repeat after me. Okay, so my colleagues helped me to complete the task. These are the 10 sentence. Okay, these are the summary. You guys are going to practice these sentences. Okay, so that only if you can say these words fluently means your workplace English is very strong. Okay, so now let me show you how real office English sounds. Okay, so good morning team. We have a meeting today with a client. Okay, please complete your task before the deadline. I will review the project with the manager. See, simple only, simple English, but very professional, right? So it's not too long, not difficult words, not smarter English, just the simple words, but it will be looks sounds very professional. That's the professional English. Okay, so today we learned colleague, manager, client, as well as project, deadline, and so on, right? These are the basic words, but very powerful words in your workplace. Okay, so if you master these, your English will sound more professional immediately. Okay, so you don't memorize anything. Okay, just your practice. Okay, so and then okay, then before ending the session, I'll tell you something. Don't memorize anything. Okay, instead use this word daily. Okay, speak in a simple sentence. Okay, practice in real situations. Okay, because English is not just learning. English is using only. Okay, so keep practicing, keep improving with Life Changers Academy, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Happy learning.